Hello and welcome to Relax with Watercolour. Today we're going to Galway Bay and to Carna specifically. We're going to do a sunset today and it's going to involve quite a few colours. So first of all, we're going to start off in our traditional way. We're going to wet our sky and we're going to bring that sky 2/3 of the way down the picture. I'm going to draw a horizon line here with my water, just like this. And then work up like this. Now, as with all this watercolours, when you're doing this, a lot of people keep making the same mistake. They don't put enough water onto the painting. So, as I always say, if you think it's wet enough, wet it again. Now that's nice and wet. And while that starts settling into the paper, my colours are going to be lemon yellow, and then I'm going to add in a touch of light red, which is a lovely strong colour. Next colour I'm going to use then is alizarin crimson, like that. Now, first colour, get the lemon yellow. Here we go. Now we just want to get that from the horizon and almost coming up into the sky like that. Our next tone is the light red. I'm going to push that in here, just between the two. And then our alizarin crimson to top it off, which is up here. Now I may add in another tone later on, blue, to get that darker, but those are my main colours that I want to use first. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to just lift my paper like that and let it run. And when it starts to gather at the bottom there, see it starting to form, just turn it like that. And we turn it again. There we go. And you'll see the paint starting to gather just there. And we'll just run it back this way. Like that. That's our sunset sky. I'm going to add in some distant mountains into this just in a minute or two. And here's a little trick for you. I'm going to put in a little bit of like a sun. So it's just to take any old cloth like this here. It could be maybe a baby wipe, or I use baby wipes a lot for while I'm painting. They're very good for this. So just show you. You just turn it up like that. And then put it onto the painting, just like that, and just give it a little turn. It's better off doing it in a dark area, but that there is enough there. Now what will happen with that there, the paint will gather around that, and it won't actually, there we are, it won't actually go through there again because I've just dried that area off. So what will happen there now, anytime I move the paint, if I lift that up there like that, it'll come to that area, but it'll go round it now, it won't go through it. And it'll create almost like a little sun or a moon. I'm going to dry this sky off now, and then we'll move on then to getting in our distant mountains. Now I'm going to prepare my paper now for my distant mountain. I'm going to add some ultramarine blue in this time. So I'm going to use ultramarine blue with alizarin crimson to give me my distant headland. I also want to thank, by the way, the viewers that send in photographs for areas for me to paint from. This is one of those photographs, as I said, from Carna. Now, I'm just taking my light tone here, just going to get it in there like that. That's all I want to do with that. That's my distant mount. I'm going to add in now light red and ultramarine blue. So I'm going to take my ultramarine blue, a little bit of light red. I'll put it up in the easel now in a second. I just want to get this in. Light red and ultramarine blue. So you have dark tones. I'm just going to put them in across here now. It sits there and back this way. I'm just going to strengthen that off. And then just give it a little few interesting pieces now just to give it that effect of distance. A little bit here too. This is better when you're on the flat to do this. There we go. If anybody is looking at this brush and see that it looks a bit different, it is different. It's made from mongoose hair, but it's a great brush for doing this. Now, I'm going to move my painting now up onto the easel. Okay, at this stage, we have a lot of colour there, our background colours, and it looks pretty good. So here now I want to do two particular colours for my water. I want to put in a light red colour, background light red first, all over, which I'm going to do now. So I'm taking my Hake brush and I'm just giving it a good rinse. Now this time, light red. I want it fairly light, but I also I don't want to use too much water on this as well. I want to try and keep the sparkle as I go. So I'm just going to get the light red and get it all on there like this. Like that. This is the light red. And there's my sparkle also. I'm now going to bring in two dark tones now, coming in each side like this. So we have a piece in the middle there where I'm going to put in a couple of boats. And then I'm going to put a few rocks in here and there just to give it some finishing touches. So first of all, I'm going to add in one of my favourite colours, which is the indigo. It's a great colour for getting contrast into paintings. I'm just taking a little bit of indigo, a little bit of blue there, and just mixing those two together. So you have a dark tone. I'm going to add in a third colour, but as I said to you on many other occasions, you always mix only two colours at a time. So I'm mixing the indigo and I'm mixing the ultramarine blue, and then I'm going to add in the third colour, which is alizarin crimson, into that. So I have that purpley tone like that. I'm going to bring in more indigo into that. There we go. That's the tone I want. Now, my sea area there now should be dry. So I'm going to start off here, and I'm going to pull that back and try and create some more sparkle into the painting. So here we go. Start here and pull it back like this. Like that. And I'm going to try and create the same on this side now. So I'm taking some more colour, dark tone, and on this side now I want to try and capture the same image. I'm just going to be careful of my headland there, so come in like this, and there we are. This just turned out fairly well there. I'm quite happy with that. Take the indigo and my ultramarine blue, get those dark tones. And this time I'm going to add in light red into the colour because I want to warm up the silhouette that's going to be involved in this. Now, I know we did silhouettes last week. This is a much smaller scale, and it's because we have the sunset behind it, this is really going to make it stand out. Now, we're going to put in an image there of a yacht that will be looking at you almost from, in the bow will be in front. It's almost side on, and then we're going to put a mast in. So first of all, we'll just put in the shape of the yacht first, which should be like this. They've all got yachts in Carna. Everybody has a yacht. Now just bring that down like this. And like that. So this front piece here is the bow of the boat. And from that there, I'm going to just push out each side like that. And then I'm going to create a reflection in from that. And then I'll put my mast in there. I'll just reflect the body of the boat in. I'll put in my mast, and then I'll reflect the mast from that point. First of all, I'll just get in a little bit of the boat here, like that. We don't want to do too much of that. That's plenty there. Now I want to try and get my mast in to do that. For my mast. So you just take the rigger, and you're just sort of, you're going to take it like this here and just sort of drop it in and see where we end up now. So start off, you can start off low actually if you want. Get the mast in like this. And it doesn't matter if it breaks there. See the way that's broken there? That's fine, that's okay. I'm quite happy to let that break. Could be a bit of light hitting the mast. So I want that to go higher. So I'm going to pick a spot there and bring that down and just drop it onto the mast like that. There we go. Now that's about high enough. That's about high enough. Now I want to reflect that now into the water. So there's my point. I'm taking it from there, and I'm going to drop that in there, just like that. And welcome back to the program, to Harry's Helpful Hints. Today I'm going to spend a little bit of time on showing you how to create water. Now first of all, I'm going to take ultramarine blue and just a little slight touch of alizarin crimson. Now I'm going to do a sort of 4 little pieces here. The first one will be just straightforward, quick brush stroke across, and as you can see, you get this sparkle effect. Now that's in a lot of paintings, but a lot of people make the mistake when they do this. They actually go too slow. And I'll just show you what a lot of people actually do. They take their brush and their water, and they do this. And as you can see, that flatness, it has no resemblance to the sparkle that you see here. And that's because people are so, they lack the confidence to give it that quick swipe. But the only way you can actually do this is by making the quick swipe. So it doesn't matter how lacking in confidence you are, as long as you can just go like that, it'll start to appear. And as you get better at it, it'll start to get open more and more until you can get it. You can actually go back over it and create how much sparkle you want into a painting. Now, from that, from the water, you can also get stillness and still water. Now what I mean by that is, if you take that slowness like here before, and we do it like that there, and we create a flat area like that, Now that's fantastic there if you want to show like a reflection into that. So if I put a little, say a little bit of a shape just above the stillness here, say if I put in some reeds, very colourful reeds, so I just put those in there and I create some more, just some paint. I'll just create some of these and then I'll reflect them into the water. So I'll just take a touch of indigo and light red and I'll just push up some tones like this, just like that. Now, I can create some bank movement here like this. There we go. And again, I can get some more reeds in. I'll just use my rigger because the rigger is the best brush for getting in reeds. If I just push up the rigger like this, get the reeds. And what's great about that then, you can add a few little dots like this. Now I want to try and get that into the water now. So all you do is you take your brush, your hick, and you just drag them down. Drag that down like that. There we go. Just like that. Now what you can do from that there, you can add in some shapes like this. And just before it dries, get those shapes in and get those little dots in here and there. And that's what makes it. And once that dries, then you will have a nice reflection. But I'm just going to dry that off quickly. Now we can go back into this area here. Now you can reflect that in. You can reflect it by pulling it down like this. Reflections into your water. Like that. And then from that then you can, the higher up areas then you can get in your, just to get my rigger again. And this time you can take these and you can get in almost reflections like that there. They don't actually have to be from anywhere in particular, but it just gives you that feeling of that there are reflections there taken from the rocks and so on. And even you could even from those areas there you can put in these little dots like this. This will allow, it's almost like there's a bit of movement in the water and even through those like that, and you get that feeling that the water, a little bit of movement in the water. Now take it like that. There we go. And now we'll go back to our painting. Now, I'm going to accompany this boat with a couple of more smaller little boats just to create a bit of distance. And I'll just put them, I'll just put one of them side on at just showing the side of a little launch. So put one back here, small little boat. And bring it over here like this. Nice little reflection from that. And again, you could put a mast in there. And then you can just let that reflect off. And just for to be a little bit different, I'm going to put in a couple of little floating buoys, and I'm going to do them in a nice light red colour. I'm going to put one here, put one here for the yacht, and then you can always reflect that in like that. And I'm going to put another one just there, and again just to reflect that off there. I'm going to put a third one in, it's much smaller, in the distance, just for a little bit of interest. Now, in fact, I'm going to just put it almost just behind this one here, much smaller boat. And then I won't even bother putting a colour on this one because it's so far away. So we'll just do it like that. So that's 3 boats then into our painting. Now I just want to make sure that I put a little bit of a rope hitting each one of those, because the last thing we want is those boats floating away. So we just put one coming over here like that, and then we reflect it into the water. Just like that. Same here. It's only just a very small little thing, but very important as well. Now, so there's our 3 boats. I'm going to spend a little bit of time now concentrating on some rocks on each side of the painting. And the rocks will go into the water, start off big, and then they will end up small going into the water. And just mix it in there with a little bit of the indigo. Now, starting off here, this colour, just like that there. And I'm going to push that out right down here into the sea. And then I'm going to start to strengthen those up. I'm going to add in all sorts of colours in there just to give it a little bit more texture and help the image. And as that comes back out, then that's going to get build this area up a little bit more with some more rocks. So you'll have a few other colours there. Here again we want to get in some more rocks there, and then finally on this side we'll do the same, and I want to bring it in right into the water from there, and as we come out then we'll get bigger and bigger. Like this. Like whatever shapes you happen to make, you'll find that each one of those shapes is almost stone-like. So by adding in little different bits of tone here and there, you can individualize those shapes. So we'll try that now. I'm just going to add in a little bit of blue to the burnt sienna. Yeah, a bit of blue with the burnt sienna. Now, here, I'm going to put some of those darker tones in there, like that, here as well. Here, because we have our light coming here, so we're trying to create a bit of a shadow on these rocks here. There, and as they go out here and there, and you can turn the brush side on and create a few more out here, like that. Now, a few more here. And I want to get some more back here as well. There we are. Yep, that's taken a nice bit of a shape there. That's Carna, Galway Bay in Galway. I hope that you enjoyed that little sunset. This is Harry Feeney, Relax with Watercolour. Until the next time, goodbye.